From the home of the Mariners since 1999, T-Mobile Park here in Seattle. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the San Diego Padres taking on the Seattle Mariners. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Just about to get started, and our pitcher in this game, George Kirby. And Singy, it's unique these days, but he's more of a pitch-to-contact type of guy.
Yeah, Boogie, he doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout. He knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep a good tempo, don't give hitters time to adjust or think. They can move through a ball game, and you look up, they're in line for a quality start. We'll see what he's got in this one.
Let's take a look at the Padres lineup. A guy who's been huge for them over the last month plus, Luis Campusano.
Just really solid numbers. He's coming off of a month where he hit over 350. So when you talk about solid at bats, taking the walks, driving in some runs, he's doing it all right now.
1 out, base is empty. Lace down the line, could be extra bases. Takes the turn, he's digging for second. The throw in there safely.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch to the plate lately. He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach is head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
Machado up here. Went deep in the ball game last night. That's in for a strike.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
That's a hit. Here comes Bogaerts around third. The throw's offline. He's saved. And it's 1-0.
Well done. Drives in the run. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the ball straight to it. That's great work right there.
So man aboard, 1 down, and it's Tatis at the plate. Kirby checks over to first, and he's back. Out towards right center field. 2 away now. Here's Riley Green. He set a new career high in home runs this year. And Siggy, he's just trying to set the bar as high as possible now. Late on that fastball.
In the on-deck circle, you really want to use that opportunity to see some pitches and time up the fastball. Last thing you want to do is miss a good hittable fastball early in the count.
2 outs. Got him swinging. But they pick up 1 run on the RBI single. It's now 1-0. Back here with my pal Singy, our starting pitcher in this one, Michael King.
Well, he brings into this one an excellent strikeout to walk ratio on the season. And when you consider the amount of swings and misses that he gets and the fact that he's not issuing free passes, that's going to make him more economical in his pitch count, allow him to move into the middle and deeper part of ball games. So we'll see if that remains true in this one.
Left-hand hitter waits. Bounce to the right side. He handles it himself. 1 gone, bottom half of the first. And now we check out the Mariners lineup. And a big factor for them in recent games, Jorge Polanco.
And he's leading them in runs batted in this season, which tells me this guy is able to slow things down when it seems like there's a little bit of pressure, and he's looking at it as an opportunity to do damage. You know, a lot of guys, they see runners on base and they get big. They feel like all this pressure, I've got to get these runs in, but somehow he seems to settle into these situations. So watch out when he comes to the plate.
And that's outside. The Mariners down by a run here in the second and final game of the series. On the run, throw to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Batting third, the center fielder, Julio Rodriguez.
2 outs, base is empty. And now it's Julio Rodriguez. On the ground. Zips it across. Rodriguez out of the play. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Mariners go down quietly there. They trail here 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the start of the inning. And now the catcher comes up to him. Luis Campusano. Kirby, a former All-Star. 26 years old. A former first-round pick back in 2019. And there's a foul ball. The pitch. And strike 2. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And 1 away.
That was a well-executed slider away for the strikeout right there. First 2 pitches filled up the zone and got him ahead 0-2 in the count. And at that point, you can start expanding the zone as a pitcher. He made him chase and got the quick strikeout.
Chris Bryant at the plate now as he chases after that one. This one popped up. Hoskins makes the catch for the out. And there are 2 outs. 2 outs, base is empty. Jake Cronenworth, the next up for the Padres. And first offering is fouled off.
Man, this is pretty amazing. This guy's very efficient out there on the mound right now. Just 9 pitches in the first. He's got a chance to keep it to single digits again. Who does that?
Fires to first on the run. It's there, and that's a great play. 3 up, 3 down for San Diego, but they still lead it 1-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And here's the catcher, Cal Raleigh. The pitch. Bottom of the zone and a called strike.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Up the middle. Slings to first, and a quick out, number 1.
Good sinker low in the zone right there, and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
Down the left fielder, Luke Raley. Foul ball there.
This is a hitter who takes his game to another level, playing at night.
Right side. Steps on first for the out.
Batting fifth, the first baseman,
And the batter now is Rhys Hoskins. Base hit, and that keeps the inning going.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
On the ground, right side. On to Kim. Third out, and that ends the frame. Mariners leave 1, and it remains 1-0. And we're back in the top half of the third inning. And now the DH, Kyle Higashioka. Swinging a foul straight back. Kirby, an all-star a season ago. He features a 4-seam fastball, a sinker, a slider, a curve, and occasionally works in a splitter.
The hitter early and off balance on that swing. If I'm the pitcher, I'm taking a little bit more off, see if you can get him to chase something in the dirt.
Runs it up to 96 to record the punch-out.
Been a pretty rough start to this series for him at the plate. 3 strikeouts in the first game yesterday, another one right there. They've clearly got a great plan for how to deal with this guy right now.
Line drive. That's a fair ball, and it's getting into the corner. Cut off, throw to second. Not going to get him. He's in there.
He's been swinging it really well lately. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle. allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
One out, runner at second. Now here's Xander Bogaerts now. Doubled his first time up. Here's the pitch. Runner breaks for third. Strike in there. The throw, tag, and he's out.
Well, I can see he had a big lead out there at second base, so it wasn't a shock when he took off. But trying to steal third right there, it's kind of risky when you're already in scoring position. So you've got to make sure that you can make it there safely. That wasn't the case.
Out to short, Young. Tosses to first, and that will end the inning.
How about the box? Don't let you feel me. Look at my eyes. Heart is empty.
Back at T-Mobile Park as we go to the last of the third. Now the third baseman, Luis Urias. And he hits a ground ball right side, and it goes just foul.
How about this one, dude?
Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. Now he gets it to the pitcher covering the bag. So they get the first out of the inning.
Well, this is what it's all about on that right side of the diamond when you've got the first baseman involved and the pitcher as well. First baseman does a great job, knocks the ball down, gets away from him a little bit, doesn't panic. The pitcher's exactly where he's supposed to be. Nice feed and a nice play for the out.
Cade Marlowe up next for the Mariners. Right through there for a strike. On the ground at first, Cronenworth. He steps on the bag, and two straight set down to begin the bottom of the third.
Up next is Seattle.
So the lineup flips over. Here's Josh Rojas. Swing and a base hit. Joey gets on base and keeps it going. That makes it a 15-game hitting streak, and there's some buzz about it now, Siggy.
It's nothing crazy, but it does say a lot about how well he's seeing pitches and really making solid contact, barreling up the baseball at times, and everything it seems he's hitting hard. As hot as he is, I could see this streak going for a little while longer.
Green makes the grab, and that's the inning. One left for Seattle, still behind by a count of 1-0. Back in Seattle, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the fourth, Manny Machado. Kirby back to work. And that one lifted in the air center field. He's got it. One away. So one down, it'll bring up Fernando Tatis Jr. And that one is lifted in the air. Marlowe has this one sized up, nabs it, and there's two down.
Now back, left field.
Riley Green now at the plate. Went down on strikes his first time through. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. Rodriguez hauls it in to end the inning.
Yes.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Ready to go, bottom four. And stepping in for the Mariners, Julio Rodriguez.
Well, these Mariners just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. They're swinging early, being aggressive, but one or two pitches later, the at-bat is over. That's not going to cut it if it's not resulting in hits. So they might want to be a little more selective up there.
The pitch. Ground ball right side. Bogaerts handles the chance. On to first. And one gone to the fourth as they get the leadoff man.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Hard hit left side. Kim with the throw to first. Already two gone here in the home field. Luke Raley up next for the Mariners. And that one hammered. That's going back. Back some more. And that ball is gone. He shoots one out to right. His 18th home run of the season, and we're level. It's 1-1.
Wow, what a clutch swing right there. And now anything can happen in this game. sure there's a big grin on his face right now, dude. He's probably had some of those that didn't stay fair, but off the bat, it looked like he was going to bend foul. Was able to keep it in there, tucked it nicely, and he gets the jog around the bases. Good for him.
Hoskins stands in now, looks at that one inside. On the ground, right side, and that's just foul. 2 down, nobody on. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And he deals. Chop back up the middle. Bogarts tosses to first. That ends the frame. Just one hit in the inning, but it was a big one right here as it ties the ball game. All even at 1 apiece. You're dialed into the show. New inning getting started. Here's the catcher, Luis Campusano. And here it comes. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Really, right there to make the ground. And there's one away. Here's Chris Bryant now. Lied out his first time. Turned on, but that's foul down the third baseline. Bryant, in his 10th season, a member of the 1,000 hit club. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. One down, base is empty. Foul ball, still 0-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Time to go up the ladder for the K.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Now here's Jake Cronenworth. And a foul ball. All tied up, and we're at the top of the 5th. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. And the 0-2. On the ground to third, and that should be extra bases. And that rolls into the corner. Now he'll turn for second, and he's in there standing up with a 2-out double.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Wasn't able to elevate that one, but he sure hit it hard enough to get through the infield. There's not a whole lot of time for the defenders to react and try to make a play when it's ripped like that. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
Cronenworth at second with 2 down. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Hoskins makes the grab on the run. A double in the inning, but they leave him stranded. Home half of the 5th coming up. All tied 1-1. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Batter now, Jorge Polanco. The right-hander back to work. There's the strike.
Well, these Mariners need to bring up the quality of their bats and specifically their swings. Just one extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
Machado hooks it away for the out. And there's one down.
Third baseman.
Here's Luis Urias. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. The 0-1. That one down the line, and foul ball. 0-2 now. The punch out there. That's the second out. And now for Seattle. Gabe Marlowe. 0-for-1 so far. That one finds the zone. Strike one. Two down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. And 1-2-3 go the Mariners. Score remains deadlocked at 1. Back back at T-Mobile Park. And now the shortstop, Ha-Sung Kim. Kirby back to work. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
You know, these Padres definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. One thing that stands out looking over the numbers is the amount of outs they have on the first pitch of the at-bat. They've given away too many at-bats with easy outs.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And here is Xander Bogaerts. In the air, left field. Raley settles underneath it, puts it away for the out.
I'd really like to see him make an adjustment. Get more patient and start waiting for that right pitch. Not just the first pitch. I think that could make a big difference in this one.
Ground ball up the middle. Dives, and he can't hang on.
Now back, right fielder, Fernando Tatis Jr.
Go-ahead run on base. Fernando Tatis Jr. to hit here.
So clutch, you could argue that he's been this team's MVP this year.
Ripped on the ground to second. They take the force out, and that is the inning. So one hit is all they get. Top of the order due up in the home half of the sixth. All tied 1-1. Well, we go bottom six. Here's the
second baseman.
Mariners leadoff man, Josh Rojas. And the right-hander back to work. That one to first. And he handles it himself for the out. Cole Young up next for the Mariners. That clips the zone. 0-1.
This game has been so tight. Feels like the next team to score will win it.
Not close with that one. And 1-1. And a bunt towards third. And it goes just foul. One down, base is empty. And down on strikes he goes. 2 down. Chris, third time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today. Economical with the pitch count.
Foul ball.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
Right-hander kicks, deals. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Cal Raleigh.
The catcher.
Fastball for a strike. It's 0-1.
Well, if he's going to steal second, you want him to go early in the count. That way he's not a distraction to the hitter at the plate. Go ahead and get it out of the way so the hitter can focus on the pitch.
With the go-ahead run at first here in the bottom of the sixth. Hard ground ball, base 9. Throw in Holtz, the lead runner at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Back-to-back singles, just kept it simple. Played Pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Now a chance for Luke Raley. Little chopper rolls foul. With the go-ahead run standing at second here in the second and final game of the series. And a swing and a miss. And that's the inning. Mariners leave a couple. Score remains tied 1-1. And we're back. Top of inning number 7. Here's the left fielder, Riley Green. The pitch. Line drive, base hit. A leadoff single, and the go-ahead run is aboard.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
And now Luis Campusano. This one popped up. Foul ground first base side. And there's one down. So up next, Chris Bryant. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Hoskins makes the grab on the run.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with the mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter. Their swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound.
Yeah, a foul ball.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
2 outs. Runner takes off, pitching for a strike. Go to second, out, and that'll end the inning.
The catcher definitely looked ready for that stolen base attempt. Got in position quickly, and a strike down to second base to end the inning.
Back in Seattle. Now the first baseman, Rhys Hoskins. Here comes a pitch. Close, but called the ball. Ball 1. Strike 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Now a fly ball to right center. Tatis after it. He's got it. And there's one down.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
Uh-oh, that got him. And the potential winning run is aboard. One gone runner at first. And up next for Seattle, Luis Urias.
No ball, 1 strike.
Ground ball to the right side. Down the line, and it's foul. Righty to the plate.
Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one not close. And the count is even 2-2. And that's ripped for a base hit. Lead runner around second. And the throw's offline, safe at third.
Absolutely punished that pitch. Wasn't fooled in the slightest. 109 off the bat. That means you put a pretty good swing on. Now a good opportunity to potentially jump ahead in this game here in the later innings.
Ground ball right side could be 2. Off balance speed, there's 1. Over the first, safe.
You there are guys that get a little bit faster when they can smell an RBI. That was a possible inning-ending double play. Great hustle, and he gets rewarded with the RBI because of it.
Back to the top of the Seattle order, and stepping in for the Mariners, Josh Rojas. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. On the mound now, Stephen Kolek.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
On the line, base hit. Lead runner touches second, heading for third. Coming home, the relay, and he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Always exciting to see a play at the plate. Trying to score with 2 outs, but the tag just gets him in time, and they cut down the run to end the inning.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Gregory Santos.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
And now Jake Cronenworth. Looking to get the tying run on base. And a base hit.
Always feel feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
It's a nice running catch. One away.
They trust him in center field because he's capable of making plays on the run, and we saw it right there. That's a player you want patrolling center field. Someone who can attack the ball off the bat.
Santos over to first. Kim swings through it for strike one.
Well, a come and get me fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
On the ground, a short could be two. Good feed, that's one. Double play. The hit can't seem to break through. Inning over.
They made it look easy, but it started with a nice feed to the second baseman from the shortstop. Perfect turn, and they're out of this jam.
On to the bottom of the eighth. And the batter now. Out of the bullpen for the Padres, Jairo Iriarte.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
And a pitch. There's a strike. Iriarte measures 6 feet 2 inches. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a changeup, and he works in a 2-seamer. And that one hit to first. Cronenworth takes it himself. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th.
Deceptive slider right there. Stayed in the tunnel a long time. Got that hitter out front, rolled over it, put it on the ground.
Rodriguez in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
Next offering is in for a strike. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. To third. In plenty of time to first. 2 up, 2 down. Two outs, base is empty. And now it's the cleanup hitter for the Mariners, Cal Raleigh. A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
No ball. 1 strike.
2 outs, base is empty. High fly ball near the pole. That one is foul. Field 2. Swings and misses, struck him out. Mariners are down in order, but they still lead it 2-1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's Xander Bogaerts. And the pitch. Out front and foul to the left side. Righty delivers. And that one fouled off. Here's the 0-2. Swung on, belted. Rodriguez ranging back towards the wall. Pulls it in on the warning track. That's a big first out right there, and that changes things.
Yeah, you can kind of see how just the hope and optimism has shrunk a little bit, but they got a couple more outs to work with. They got to find a way to get a runner on and get one around the bases.
Slice the other way and foul. One down, base is empty. Swing and a line drive, slicing into right field. Falls it in, 2 away.
Well, off the bat, it looked like they might get that tying run on base, maybe even extra bases. No dice, though. A little unlucky on that one.
So it's their last chance in this one. So digging in now for San Diego, Fernando Tatis Jr. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the 9th. This one driven deep, way back there, and it's gone. We are tied. A gigantic blast. His 34th of the season. It's 2-2. That one just sounded different.
And might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth. Hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Riley Green, the next up for the Padres. 1 for 3. And a swing and a miss.
No ball. 1 strike.
Awkward swing there from the big left-hand hitter.
Off balance as well.
Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Man, he'd like to have that pitch back.
Third out. Padres knotted up with this solo homer. 2-2 game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. Back at T-Mobile Park. So bottom of the 9th, and now for Seattle, Luke Raley. Ripped to short. Slings it across, and they get the leadoff man in the 9th.
That's a huge defensive play in the late stages of the game. It might not be the most challenging we've seen today, but it needed to be made. That's helping your team.
Hoskins in the box now. Takes strike 1. Fouled off down the right side. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Throw over to Cronenworth, and that quickly 2 away.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
Polanco in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. And that one sliced foul. All tied up. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Gets a piece and stays alive. That one's sizzling on its way through to the outfield. And now the winning run is on base.
Well, here we go. Winning run is on base with 2 away. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
And that one fouled off. Trying to send this to extra innings. On the ground to short. Oh, great stop from his backside. On to second, and he throws it away. And he'll make it to second base with 2 gone.
Now, this is unfortunate because it looked like it was going to be an awesome play, something we see on the highlights tonight and tomorrow. But you have to applaud the effort on the stop. And if you don't take care of the throw, it goes from a wow moment to one you regret really quick.
And up next for Seattle, Cade Marlowe. In the air, out towards left center. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And that's the 3rd out. Mariners leave a couple. Score remains 2-2. We're back. We're in extras here, and now the catcher comes up to him. Luis Campusano. Moved to second, and he's back in safely. The pitch. Ripped to first.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Out to short, Young. Zips it to first. 2 in a row set down to start the 10th.
Well, a well-thrown slider like that one can be tough to get in the air. Good downward break on that one.
Next for the Padres, Jake Cronenworth. Strike one.
No ball. 1 strike.
Bounce to third. Dives and keeps it on the infield. And that's a great play for the out.
Well, that's cat-like reflexes over there at the hot corner. Nice job of making that play and ending the inning.
Back in Seattle, on to the bottom of the 10th. Now it's the second baseman, Josh Rojas. And he takes one right on the black. And it's 0-1. And that's in for a strike.
He's falling behind in a huge spot, Boo. Got to do what it takes to come through. Maybe choke up on the bat a little bit, spread out those feet, whatever it takes.
And a pitch. Swing and a miss, and he got him. Now one away.
Man, there was no deviating from the fastball right there. He just kept coming after him with it. Here it is. Hit it if you can. And he just couldn't find a way to put it in play.
Next to hit, Cole Young. And there's the strike. With the winning run standing at second. And we're in the last half of the 10th. Bogarts with the throw to first. And there's 2 away.
Not a bad outcome in that spot. The runner moves up to third, and now they have a chance to put in the go-ahead run. It's not enough, but at the end of the day, it's a good move.
Hit into center, base hit. In comes the winning run, and the Mariners walk it off in extra innings.
So exciting to see a team walk it out. Not so much fun if you're on the other side, but what a great